Charlemagne was on with The View, and apparently he was challenging them. I have not heard this video clip yet.
I'll ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above.
He's actually right about that. So I'm judging this independently. I'm not going to, I don't like Charlemagne. I don't trust Charlemagne. I think he's a clown, but he's right about that. Joe Biden did not have to address the questions about his son. He decided to grandstand and say that he would not pardon his son. He didn't have to say that. Trump would have said, we'll look at it. We'll see. Trump doesn't put himself in that position
of the law, but they were speaking about him. That's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, you know, nobody's above the law. I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son. He didn't believe that, but he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
What? The Biden crime family always followed the rules, and now Joe Biden just decided to go against the... Holy shit, man. These motherfuckers do not live in the same planet as us.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground. Listen, they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're mad.
No.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice. Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe...
I love that they're finally eating each other alive, and it's fucking glorious because it's all built off of lies and bullshit.
Biden does something. Yeah. Everybody clutches their pearls. He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
Criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlemagne.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more, but you're missing my question. Okay. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of...
She's trying to say people lose their minds when Joe Biden makes the decision, but they don't do it when Trump does it. Holy shit.
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but I think that's the best way to go. But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
Well, why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are
wrong. So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. Can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous.
Fight. Woke on woke crimes are the best crimes.
Ms. Goldberg,
Yeah,
I would
right.
never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about
Come over
it.
and give
Just
me a
think about
kiss.
it this way.
Oh God.
Just very quickly, can you reframe it in this way and think about it maybe in this way? The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right?
Yeah.
And so people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White
I want to know who has more makeup on, Charlemagne or the women, because this dude has got some makeup caked on his face. Holy shit.
House is on a revenge tour, and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie, or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is because
So
I'm
who
not in
has the moral high ground? Like, what's the faux outrage?
Neither one of them have the moral high ground. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But when you are a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, you refuse to be objective about the other part.
He's already shifted his fucking argument in the middle of his argument. It started out with the criticism of the Democrats, and then he tried to ease the Republicans into it and say, well, when you're a Democrat or Republican, he started out criticizing the Democrats, but he got too scared because he's a complete chameleon. His name should be Chameleon because he ain't Charlotte. He's a chameleon. He will completely change in the environment that he's in. That's who he is.
Party. Like it's like we're watching them do something wrong, but we're making excuses for it. We watch Republicans do things wrong and they make excuses for it. Why can't we just all be objective and call it what it is?
Because it's not balanced.
It's not the same.
But wait, there's more. We gotta go.
These idiots right here. So anyway, that's the end of that nonsense right there. I swear, man, they are. He is the worst. He absolutely is the worst.